Hi, folks, and welcome once again back to another filler art video. Today, we're going to be experimenting with a bit more of a different series. Instead of doing the fusions, we're going to go ahead and start making a mural. And we're just going to let this generator go ahead and select who we're going to start off with. And today, that is going to be Flygon. All right, let's see how that goes. All right, so while in the video I'm getting everything kind of set up and started, I will mention I kind of just needed to change pace, and I would like to see how all of you guys react to me changing up the technical side of things, because it's kind of a different beast working off of a reference than it is working off of you're creating something loosely based off of two other original IP. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I do have some big plans for it, and if you are starting to miss the Fusion series going forward, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I might see about squeezing in a Fusion video here or there. But for the time being, let's get on into this commentary, shall we? So, as you probably noticed, I went through and fixed up my line art for them feats a couple of times. I couldn't find anything that I was really good with, and decided to, in the end, just kind of cut my losses and figure it out later. I have so much other stuff I need to get close to accurate for this model that it just wasn't worth my time for the initial line art when I would be finalizing everything in a later step anyway. Now, significance here is I wanted Flygon to be in this pose because I pictured the entire mural to be kind of a night setting, and you'll end up seeing that as we get further along, because I in advance recorded all of the draws for all of the mons that are supposed to show up in this, and then I just kind of drew them in the order in which their randomized draws came up. Which, by the way, I would like to just kind of shout out Drew Mitchell, the creator of the Pokemon randomizer tool that I use. It shows up at the bottom of the video whenever I do the randomizing section, whether it be for the Fusion videos or for this. But it's been such a helpful resource going through and being able to just easily, with the press of a button, go through and have these sets of mons that I can work with, along with easy PNG files for all of the reference designs. And yeah, it's just been a wonderful utility, and I recommend it whether you're doing a drawing challenge like this or you're just looking to find some new mons that you want to play with on a playthrough, and you're not sure where to start. Oh, but that being said, we're gonna go through and talk about some of these decisions that I was making as I was going through. I decided to make the antennae smaller on this finalized version because he's supposed to be a certain amount insectoid and reptilian all at the same time, so you want to keep that kind of prominent feature of it being an antennae, but you don't want it to be too over the top, because then it's strictly insectoid. You'd want to keep them almost this mid-range to kind of mimic a dragon's horns, which, I mean, it's Flygon, man. He's a ground dragon. What more can you ask for? But I'm making sure to go through and keep as close to, quote, on model as possible. I know I ended up missing, like, the detail of his flaws on the finalized thing, but I'm hoping that me pointing it out first means that no one points it out in the comments later. Speaking of comments, I know I mentioned something about the fusion videos, but if you guys would like to see me continue on with more of these mural videos even, feel free to leave a comment down below, or if there's just something in general you'd like to see, whether it be a challenge series I do with Cryptic Dream, or just something specific with one of these Pokemon art videos, I'm always more than willing to get suggestions or whatnot, as I know there's always room to grow. But as I kind of alluded to earlier about him being this like sleepy boy, I drew this kind of rock structure underneath him. You'll notice that when it comes to Flygon, I love the character because it is this hybridization of an insectoid creature and a dragon. So I take that as canonically that although by lore you would be finding it more in like a savanna region or a desert area, just based off of the initial encounters with Trapinch in Generation 3, or just finding Flygon in the savanna biome in Generation 9 through the DLC. I take that as if for whatever reason Flygon were having to go through the forest, where during the day it can be warmer because of all the moisture in the air from the ground vegetation and the trees, but then at night that same moisture breeds that similar coolness to the desert. A pseudo reptilian / insect type creature like Flygon, I feel like would just want to curl up on a nice warm rock at the end of the day. Something it can get a decent grip on while also maintaining heat from the bits of UV radiation I get during the day. But that sidebar aside, we are moving on to the coloring process, where you're going to notice for a lot of these going forward, tend to reference the images a lot. That's why they're called references, because you're supposed to look at them. No, if there's anyone that doesn't know, there's a term I used earlier called being on model. On model means that you are doing your art as close to whatever the initial design was. So that means things like making sure Flygon's got a certain size to its goggles that are on its face, the certain size of the antennae that kind of look like horns, the amount of fingers that a character has stays consistent. And I know I took some liberties with this because it aesthetically made more sense for this image. Like Flygon in mine has smaller feet because realistically, any other way they looked a little bit too oversized. Or Flygon normally has prominent claws on its forefingers. But I digress. With that, we are done, and that is Flygon for our mural. If you'd like to be notified about when these come out, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button down below, and like I mentioned before, if there's something you'd like to see in a future video, feel free to leave a comment as well. In the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and bye!